The USA were pushed close in each set against Azerbaijan, saving 5 set points in the first before winning 3-0, then conceded just 33 points in total as they swept aside Trinidad on match day 2. Korea surrendered a lead before suffering a grueling and demoralising 3-2 defeat to Thailand and then a tame 3-1 loss to Azerbaijan. Russia have taken the lead in Pool C. The USA can claim top spot back this evening. Thailand in third have created a gap between themselves and Azerbaijan in fourth. An upset would see Korea jump into the top 4. At the moment, it's them and Trinidad missing out on a place in the next stage. It is the top 4 out of that 6-team group that make it through to the next round. The standings don't look too good for Korea right now, and nor does their head-to-head record against the US. It's 10 straight American wins against Korea at major world-level events. Korea haven't tasted victory against the USA at this level since a 5-set home soil victory in Seoul at the 2005 World Grand Prix. Just one previous meeting though at a World Championships, a 3-1 American win in Tokyo all the way back in 1967. The most recent meeting was a straight sets US win at the Nations League earlier this season. A look at the USA roster. The number 10 Jordan Larson captains the world champions. Number 15 Kimberly Hill was MVP of this tournament in 2015. But so many have stepped up here with 2 different starting lineups in the 2 matches so far. We'll have a look at the Korean roster as well. The number 10 Yong Kwon Kim is the captain and their superstar. Number 13 Jeong Ga Park is also a big scoring threat for them, and they'll need both of those players to be on song here tonight. It's been a resounding response so far from the USA to the challenge of defending their World Championships title. 2 almost completely different lineups, both resulting in straight sets victories. Let's just pause for a few minutes now for the 2 national anthems.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of the United States of America. And now, the national anthem of Republic of Korea.
Well, the USA have demonstrated their strength in depth already. Despite 2 short matches, 6 different players have already scored in double figures. Which one of them might step up today? It's an ominous task for Korea, who've been more heavily reliant on a couple of big scorers. They will no doubt need to raise their games against one of just a few teams left in the tournament now with maximum points so far. It is two of the top 3 ranked teams in this group. The USA ranking 2nd in the world. Korea ranking in 10th, although they haven't performed like it so far. With a couple of defeats from the first 3 days. They have managed to take sets in both of those, but only 1 point on the board so far out of a possible 6 available. We're all set here for the 3rd match for these two then, at the 2018 FIVB World Championships. And before we get underway, a look at your referees for this contest. The first referee is Susana Maria Rodriguez Hativa from Spain. And your second referee this evening is Mr. Nurper Özbar.
The second referee is
from
Ms.
Turkey.
Nurper Özbar from Turkey.
Look at the starting lineups then for the United States. A couple of players coming back in, big players as well. Carly Lloyd, the starting setter from the first match, and also a chance again from the start for the MVP of the 2014 tournament, Kimberly Hill.
Presentation of the starting players, liberos, and coaches.
Led out by Carly Lloyd, who started all 19 matches to lead USA to gold at this year's Volleyball Nations League. Rachel Adams wearing 5, ranked joint 3rd for stuff blocks at the 2016 Olympics. Tori Dixon wearing 6, the team's second best, 13 points in game 2, 4 stuff blocks and 5 aces in that one. Michelle Barch-Hackley led the team with 15 points in game 2. She was MVP of the VNL earlier this summer. Kimberly Hill led 4 Americans in double figures in game 1 with 12 points. And cast a low. A 7-point burst off the bench in game 1 before 9 points from the start in game 2. Kelsey Robinson there with the red jersey. Here's the starting libero.
Number 1,
Coach Karch Kirai is the head coach. As for Korea, exactly the same starting lineup here for game 3 that played the whole of match 2.
Number 11,
Yoonjin Park, just 18, wearing the number 1, 9 points on her full World Championships debut on Sunday. Killed 6 out of 7 spikes and stuffed 3 blocks. Number 5 is Yo-Hee Lee. The number 10 is the captain, Yong Kwon Kim.
Libero, number 7.
Team high 23 points in game 1 before 19 in game 2. The number 11, Suji Kim, 11 points in game 1, 9 points in game 2. The number 13, Jeongga Park, 18 in game 1, 20 in game 2. With a 51% success rate, and Chai Young Lee wears the number 17. She struggled, the 21-year-old, last time out, and will want to improve on that this time. The libero is Hae Ran Kim, wearing 7, and the coach Cha Hai-won. Here we go then, the defending champions looking to make it 3 wins from 3 in defense of their title. Korea needing to cause a monumental upset to avoid 3 straight defeats. They are without doubt already in trouble. Time is fast running out to turn a disappointing campaign around. As for the US, it's business as usual as stage 2 beckons again. Korea trying to avoid starting a World Championships with 3 straight defeats for the first time ever. They will start on serve with Yo-Hee Lee, the 38-year-old playing her first World Championships. Just out of bounds off the hit from Michelle Barch-Hackley. All the way through to tie Jeongga Park. So 2 of these sides' biggest hitters on the mark already. Barch-Hackley, who had 15 points to lead the USA in game 2, and Jeongga Park, who had 18 points and 20 points in the first 2. Oh, Oh, to the back corner, it finds the line brilliantly from cast to low all the way across court. Tremendous direction on that one. Rachel Adams to serve. Oh, the block is a good one for Jeong Park. Shutting down on the far side, the right-handed hit from the 2014 tournament MVP. That time she just about got the better of the Korean defense. Kimberly Hill scored 20 points in the final against China 4 years ago. Fired all the way through, and Korea so far have shown that they can trade blows toe-to-toe with the defending world champions. Jeong Park has got a couple of their three. Well, there she is again to score. The most valuable player 4 years ago has been the USA's most valuable player so far tonight. Once again, Korea coming back strong. And neither team can win a point on their own serve at the moment. We'll see now if Jai Young Lee can break that streak. Yes, she can. She gets the ace and Korea get the lead. The 21-year-old who has a remarkable 100 caps at international level for her country now. Driven through the defense by Bart Shackley. Out of bounds though, and Korea leads 6-4. Saved just before the baseline. Lloyd to set overhead, and what a block that is from the Young Kim. The captain's intervention to shut down the reigning world champions. Dixon had the door slammed in her face. No way through, says Young Kim. Korea leads 7-4. They are cruising Korea into the technical timeout. Where on earth has this come from? A team that has struggled through the first two matches. They've gone on a searing hot run against the reigning champs.
The first technical timeout.
아까 우리가 스트레스 정해야 돼, 알았지? 또 사가야 돼.
Tight, quick, higher, 2 and 2 behind, whatever we call it, okay? If she's going to slide, don't worry that much. Be focused on Kim big time, okay?
Are you having a good time so far? Are you having fun? All right, wave at the camera. And that's the end of the first.
세게 안 되면 그렇게 막히기에는 조금 어려운 볼이라 그래서 약간 뭐라 그래.
The Koreans very calm and composed in the timeout. The Americans a little more animated in trying to orchestrate a way back into this first set. But what a start for Korea. Jeong-ga Park and Jae-young Lee each with 3 points apiece so far. And they've added another to their lead off another Jae-young Lee serve. Park Chak-lee only firing into the net. Korea lead by 5 here. To try and touch it, to try and deceive the defense, but failed in hurdling the net. And the US are all over the place right now, forced to call a timeout.
By Team USA.
Big is open, so make sure we're calling. It's open, make sure we're calling that loud. We want to have all 4 routes on. After this side out.
When it's just running slider A, otherwise something high, we all have part of it. Kim, watch rip.
That will be the end.
Okay, let's talk about the rip.
USA! USA!
Well, few would have predicted this start. Carly Lloyd, one of the players who came back into the starting lineup. They went with an all-star lineup for game 1, a full rotation in game 2, and a piece of both of those lineups here in game 3. It's not been anywhere near as fluent so far. It's looking disjointed. And Korea, for the first time in this tournament, are looking cohesive. There she goes again, Yong Ko-won Kim. Buried at the feet of the defense in the backcourt to at least try and steady the US ship. Kimberly Hill with what has become a rare point for them. Chak-lee to the baseline, back-to-back US points, and they are very much back in business. She was one guilty of a miss hit not too long ago. She seems to have found her range again. Yong Ko-won Kim lands another Korean blow. That's 3 players for the Koreans on 3 points already. Far side by Chak-lee will get that one surely off the block. No, it's saved on the far side by Jeong-ga Park. Here she comes again to touch it over delicately and delightfully. Yong Ko-won Kim with a touch of finesse. Well, they have more than matched the reigning world champions so far. The US will be forced to call another timeout.
높이가 있으니까 조금 네 높이를 찍 충분하다고. 최대한 효야 천천히.
Probably gonna stuff on that. After this side out.
Number 1, middle blocker is going to be there. Just good read and react. A lot of team. Okay, they might send number 1 away from you, middle blocker, and maybe pay attention to some D. Left front, don't cheat too much to the right. Okay, maybe some D right now. Element of surprise. Okay? Here we go.
USA! USA!
We're nose on 13 over there. Nose, okay?
The United States won their first 8 matches at the 2014 championships. 5 of those victories came in straight sets. They've started this one with back-to-back straight sets wins, but now down in a hole in set 1 against Korea. keep on coming. And that blow will count for Castello, indicated by the first official. This is Ana Maria Rodriguez. One with a big chunk of the net will land as well for Rachel Adams. The previous one was a fault against the US, so it's still a 7-point differential. Low with the left. Robinson across to Bosch, to Barrier. And now it is back-to-back US points. 6 points still the gap though. Timeout called by Korea this time, leading 14-8.
작았는데 그래도 쟤들이 볼이 짧았기 때문에 들어왔다니까 그 볼 보고 무조건 오른쪽 문 앞에 공을 두라니까.
네. 네.
예쁘게 뒤로 크로스만 잡으라고 해. 루키하고 뒤에 수비수를 딱 타임 맞아야 돼. 완전 크로스만 지키라고 그래. 뒤에 하나 돌아가지고 알았지?
Well, they opened at this gap early, Korea, and they've continued to hold the US at arm's length. As much as the reigning world champions have tried to come from behind. Maybe this is the start of their comeback. They've scored the last two. Maybe not. The explosion on the 3-meter line from Jong-ga Park, who continues to star for Korea. A big gap between the front left and middle blocker. Lloyd for the takeoff from Rachel Adams. How high did she get here? Springs in her sneakers. Well, just beyond the baseline, but a touch along the way. So Jong-ga Park adds another to her tally as she takes Korea into the technical timeout. That's 5 points out of Korea's 16 for the number 13.
들어가서 다 된다니까. 저기 따라가지 마, 언제나. 충분해. 뉴로프로 충분하다고.
Good outside hand on her, okay? Middle, just stay middle. No movement needed, okay? Stay middle, outside hand, see what's mixing over there, okay? Hey, transition, maybe Kim Big. Just see her, okay? Transition.
USA! USA!
We got a lot of games. We take away.
Yeah, the message from Coach Koch there, saying there's still a lot of time to play. They need to find their feet sooner rather than later, though, the US, to avoid having to come from behind in this one, trailing by 7. There's no flash in the pan, that quick-fire start from Korea. They have kept it going as we move on to the final stretch of set 1. Jong-ga Park to tip it, saved by Adams. Pushed over it again. The US will set with Lloyd, the back set to Low. Dug out by Yonko and Kip. Saved on the baseline by Bart Shackley. It would have been flying long. Now a chance for Korea to set, but the blockers there. A combination of Low and Adams to finish the big rally. It was Rachel Adams who got her hands to it. No way through on the near side for Korea. There was that time though. The 21-year-old Jai Young Lee only made 7 of her 31 spike attempts in defeating game 2. She's already stepped up big time here tonight. 5 points now. Off comes Yoon-Jin Park. On is Jai Young-oh. And that one scored by Kimberly Hill. She has 3. Still a 6-point gap. Where's this US run going to come from? They're making changes to try and ignite it. Micah Hancock in, as well as Kelly Murphy, who was the top scorer for the United States en route to gold in 2014, wearing the number 12. Hancock straight on to serve, was voted MVP, best setter and best server at the Pan American Cup last year. We'll deal with that serve for now. Hancock to set for the backcourt attack from Bart Shackley. There's a reach over the net though, and an error from her that presents the point to Korea. Let's have a closer look of this one. Squeezes home for Kimberly Hill. The US can't keep trading points though. That's what's been happening ever since Korea opened up that 6 or 7 point gap. They're 10-6 with the first 2 points off the back of the technical timeout, and the US have hardly got any closer since. Another for the 21-year-old Jai Young Lee, 6 now. Korea lead 19-12. Dixon to deceive the defense. Can the US finally do something on their serve now? That's the question again. Trading points not enough for the world champions at this stage. Tori Dixon, who does have a very good serve, had 5 aces off 14 attempts in game 2. Court attack into the body of the libero Hae-Ran Kim, and they do get a point on serve. Now can Dixon turn this into a run? Still a 5-point gap to overturn. Another point for Kimberly Hill. Chance to set though for Korea off that serve reception. Yong Ko-won Kim, the Korean superstar, getting some height. Powered home off the top of the block on the far side by Bart Shackley. It's a 5-point deficit again, but Korea is steadily moving towards that magical 25-point mark. Saved by Robinson. Bart Shackley got a touch, saved on the baseline and touched over the top with a second attempt from Bart Shackley. They've closed the gap to 4, the US. They've given themselves a platform on which to build. First one stop, second bite of the cherry for Bart Shackley. And the timeout called by Korea. to try and keep momentum on their side, to try and hold off the challenge.
She calls it off and goes inside out, but we will call it.
쟤들 또 크로스하면 스테이트야. 그대로 가, 알았지?
하나 하면 돼, 하나 하면
그리고 공격수가 편할 정도로 때리라고 소리 지르고 가만히 돼 있다는 얘기 서로 들려줘야 돼. 편하게 맞고.
하나 바로, 하나 바로.
Well, big players have stepped up so far for Korea. 3 of them on 5 points each. The US with a roster full of superstars trying their very best to respond. Carly Lloyd, the setter, is next to serve. There she goes again, off the top of the block this time from Kim. Barch-Hackley. Well, she's able to score. Despite not being able to run onto that one to attack it, she's still found a way. Korea saying it didn't touch the floor, though. And they are going to challenge the decision made by the coach there, Cha Hai-won. He's saying he kept it up, or his team kept it up. Down on the deck, we're about to find out whether they did or they didn't. If it was kept up, then this rally is going to have to be replayed. The US in desperate need of each and every point they can get. Are they going to get this one or not? It will have been a fantastic diving recovery if indeed it is overturned. Players anxiously looking across at the big screen here at the Kobe Green Arena. His team is so close. 5 more points required to win the opening set against the defending world champions and to spark their faltering campaign back into life. They need this desperately, Korea. A 5-set defeat to Thailand in game 1. A disappointing 3-1 defeat in game 2 to Azerbaijan. They've saved their best for tonight, including their best defense. Hae-Ran Kim knew it. She kept it up, he knew it as well. So Carly Lloyd will serve again. The score unchanged from the previous serve. Backcourt attack with power. An emphatic finish again from Jeongga Park. Unfieldable for Carly Lloyd. To scrape it home. As Lloyd threatened to go over the top of her for the tandem attack, instead it was Rachel Adams coming in front of Barch-Hackley. Found a way through. Serve really well fielded off the top of the block. Robinson haps it across to Lowe. Jeongga Park over the block, diving down to save it is Hill. Lowe will strike it. Deflected, Robinson helps it up. Lloyd for the backcourt attack from Barch-Hackley, found the line. And the US are looking to fight the comeback. Barch-Hackley back to the corner. So many weapons for Carly Lloyd to pick from. They are back within 3. Jeongga Park, too long. They're saying it got a touch. The point initially awarded to the US as they let it go through. Korea think it got a touch off one of the American players. This is a huge call now at this stage of the set. Are the US back within 2, or are his team up by 4 and only 3 points away? Oh, there's a touch, isn't there? There is a touch. Off Costello. Korea are closing in. Oh, Korea diving out the way. And now they're just 2 points away. Most fans can hardly believe what they're seeing here. This performance from their team, digging deep after such a difficult start to this tournament. Low, dug out by Yonko and Kim. Lloyd for low again. Nobody was going to get to that one. The USA will keep on coming. Korea have to keep very much at the top of their game. They lead crucially by 4 and only need 2 more. Little to no room for error on serve here for Sarah Wilhite, who did have a really good run on serve in the last match. Not to be helped over. Now the US can try and set. Wilhite across to Low off the top of the block. Korea can get back on top of the rally for the big backcourt here. Did it touch anybody? That's the question for the officials. They're giving it to Korea. Coach Karch Karai asking the question. 5 set points for Korea. He's not happy. Perhaps with the performance as well as the decision. Korea have 5 chances to win it. The set hangs in the balance. The US block in the way. Another chance to attack it for Korea. Had to be helped over. Lloyd across to Hill. She had to touch it. Nobody can really get a hold of it on offense. Korean players running into each other. Robinson to help it up. Low to strike it off the block. Lloyd to help it. Robinson again to Hill on the far side. A chance to attack on the near side. Down the line to finish it. Jae-Young Lee, what a response from the Koreans. What a response from the 21-year-old after a difficult match on Sunday. They have picked up their game and they have beaten the reigning world champions in set 1. So many big performances on the Korean roster. 7 points for Jeonga Park to lead the way of all scorers. They had 6 from Kim as well. And 5, in fact, make it 6 after that winning one right at the end from Jae-Young Lee, who really struggled a couple of days ago. Korea win the set 25-19. And now we'll see if the US have the character of champions. What a tremendous performance we've just witnessed from Korea here in the Kobe Green Arena, beating the United States 25-19. The first set that the United States have conceded at the start of the defense of their world crown. And it comes against a team still waiting for their first win. 3 fewer points on attack kits, but 2 more on block, 2 more on serve, and crucially, 5 more off the errors of their opponents. Korea needed to raise their game, and they did. Just 1 point given to the US on their errors. As a team, they've raised their game. As individuals, they've raised their game. Jeonga Park, 7 points to lead all scorers. And that young lady there, Yong Ko-won Kim, with a huge contribution of 6 as well. And Jai Young Lee with 6. So 3 players who've really stepped up, but defensively they've done well and held the Americans at bay too and forced those errors. And you see there the number 16 for the US warming up. It may well be time to see Foluke Akinradewo. The US need a response from somebody. His team conceded a fairly hefty lead early on, and in truth, Korea never really looked back. They never looked panicked, but the US were going to force their way back in. Such was the cushion that they'd given themselves. Now, of course, it's a clean slate, and the US will look to go again and make sure they don't concede that many points to that many errors. Don't allow their opponents to build up that kind of an early lead. There's an error on the attack kit straight away from Korea. Yoonjin Park, who converted 6 out of 7 spikes in game 2. Jeonga Park shut down at the net, and the US have scored the first 2 points of set 2. And they're back in business emphatically through their captain, Yong Ko-won Kim. She takes her tally for the night to 7. Had a 50% spike success rate in game 2, en route to 19 points. Jeonga Park, who's also got 7 here. Larson rejected. The US captain on the floor for the first time and shut down instantly. Lloyd to Larson. Off the teenager Yoonjin Park for the score. 3 stuff blocks in game 2. There's 1 for the number 1 here tonight. Larson gets it over the block this time. The US a chance to set a game for the backcourt attack this time. Great defense from Korea once more, with a block for the US working on the far side, a combination of Murphy and Adams. Murphy getting a left hand to it, and Adams I think got a piece of it as well. Lloyd back to Murphy, to bury one at the feet of Yong Ko-won Kim. Oh, missed by Yoonjin Park. Korea just have to help it over. The US trying to take full advantage now. The back set, Murphy touches it. Here comes Murphy again, off the block for the score. The US seem to have found their feet here at the start of set 2. 5-2 the lead. And we are in fact going to have a Korean timeout to try and stop that momentum.
serving pressure. They passed pretty well that first game. Let's really let it, just let it ride. Let it, what is it? Let it rip. There we go. Couldn't figure out the word rip there.
Hey, number 1 middle blocker is still up. They set her 3 times right now. That's it for this set, okay? That's it. Keep reading her. Watch Mixer here on the right side. Be strong outside hand.
Hey,
Hold
Henry.
there on outside. Let's go.
Call what you want, all right, in transition.
Let's go.
All right, let's go.
Here we
Let's
go. USA! USA! Thank you.
You can see in here there that it's not just coach Karch Karai, it's all of his assistants that really get actively involved in those timeout talks for the US. Plenty of incredible experience there to feed information back to the players. Let's see if they can take it on board and continue, as the coach was saying, to do the damage on serve. Jordan Larson, the captain. Oh, the triple block down the center to reject the Korean superstar. 3 of them sewn tight together. Hands up. And penetrating the most over the net was Rachel Adams. Into the net from Larson, and that run on serve comes to an end with a 3-point US lead. She had 11 points in game 1, 37% spike success rate. Didn't play in game 2. All tipped down, kept alive though by Yonko. And then Korea pick up the point on the far side, a point they, well, in fact they don't, I beg your pardon. It's gone the US's way. Was close to touching the fingertips of Kelly Murphy, but didn't. 7-3 then. And there's an ace on serve, just what the coach called for. The US up by 5, 8-3. Off the ace from Rachel Adams. The first ace on serve for the defending champions.
She's mixing it up. Just put your hands on the ball. Over there, Murph, Carly, pay attention with number 17 in transition. If Sadie scores antenna, she's trying to chip it in. If Sadie's inside.
It's been a completely different story so far here in set 2. Koreans on top for the vast majority of set 1, now trailing by 5 points early. Trying to figure out their best move. Those big weapons that were firing on all cylinders in the first have been shut down here in the second. Yonko and Kim, the biggest of the lot. Rachel Adams now is the American who has tied Yonko and Kim and Jeongga Park on 7 points at the top of the scoring chart. There's floating long. Korea are within 4 as they get served back with one of those leading scorers, Jeongga Park. It's too long beyond the corner. They think it touched. Now, the officials both thought it was out. Susana Maria Rodriguez and Miss Nurpa Erzbar, the second referee on this near side. I thought it was out. The Americans thought it was in. The technology is about to tell us who was correct. It was some way out. That's why I could see it from up here. The Koreans couldn't see it from the other side of the net, though. It's another ace. Kelly Murphy this time. 2 aces already here in the second for the US, having not had one in the first. John Gap Park with a big hit. Korea just have to keep coming, trying to chip away at this quite sizable deficit. A floated set from Na Yeon Lee. John Gap Park adds to her tally, now 8 points. Oh, delicately touched by Soo-Ji Kim at the net. Clever finish this time. For Dixon, rejected by Yeon Ko-eun Kim. A running set for the isolated one-on-one hit, but Kim in the way. Korea's comeback ignited. They're back within 3. There she goes again. Kept up by Hill. Hill will try and finish it as well. Great defense leading to great offense from the MVP, Kimberly Hill. Saved the hit and then came back and provided a more thunderous one of her own. Well, that's a miss hit by the looks of it. It is at the net from Soo-Ji Kim. US back up by 5 now. Back-to-back points after Korea had closed the gap down to 3. Another one from Larson. Down the line, the US back up by 6, and that ties their largest lead of this second set. The original 6-point lead had been cut in half. Now they've doubled it back to 6, and Korea will call timeout.
Way to go at the blocking target there. Same one with Jordan. Got a really nice target.
가운데는 절대 안 되니까 크로스하고 스트레이트만 때리면 돼. 돌리니까. 오케이. 그런 수비는 해줘야 게임이 되거든. 좀 올려줘. 너 길게 줘, 길게. 자, 가자.
정타가 없어. 무조건 여기서 이렇게 되는.
무조건 돌아가야 된다니까. 아니면 정하나. 그럼 캐치만이 안 되면 네가 한번 잡으면 아직 상관없어.
네네.
Korea are almost fighting for their lives in this tournament already here on match day 3 out of 5 in the first stage after such disappointment over the first 2 matches, just 1 point from a possible 6. And then having to face the world champion, certainly not what you need when you're struggling, but they seem to have raised their game. Don't discount them from a comeback here in set 2. To tip it, but there in her way was Soo-Ji Kim. It was a shank pass towards the net that allowed Korea to take advantage. Larson was trying to save it. Soo-Ji Kim to serve now. Well, they can't keep it alive after miscommunication, bumping together Jeong Ga Park and Ja Young Lee. Oh, Dixon all the way to the corner. She's not so sure, maybe. All the officials said it was in. That's what matters. It was. Absolutely so. And another one. That one in down the center towards the baseline. Back-to-back aces from Tori Dixon. And the world champions are back in business here in set 2, in cruise control now.
Hey, row 6. Kim, out of timeout. See rip. Make sure you dive cross court. Right back. See her arm if she's tipping, if she's in trouble. She hasn't tipped for a while. Okay, we're gonna not worry about number 1. In this rotation was also some big in the past. So right now, Big and Kim. And another thing, in row 1 coming up next, Kim, we gotta go outside hand on her red, whatever, boy. We gotta hang on that cross court on her, okay? Let's go.
Let me go. Get another one. USA! USA!
You fully expect them to see this one over the line now. 16-8 the lead. And then to tie the match, it becomes a pivotal third set. You would expect the longer this one goes on for the US to be the much fresher team. They've rotated players, but Tori Dixon actually is the one player who started all 3 of their matches so far. There's a big point for the 18-year-old Yoonjin Park. Korea certainly won't be waving the white flag anytime soon. Larson, lovely. The elevation over the top of the block. A big hole in behind to exploit. Caught the block on its way down as well. John Gap Park against the block, kept alive though by the libero, down on her knees, and then a fault. Called on this near side by the second referee, Ms. Nurper Özbar of Turkey. Yonko and Kim into the net. USA into a 9-point lead. A change for Korea here. We'll see Ji Young-oh come on. And Yonko and Kim will get a break. He's maybe saving her for what could be the all-important third set. Did that find a piece of the line? No is the call from the referee. I'll be astounded if the US don't go on to take this second set now. It might be wise for the Korean head coach, Mr. Cha Hae-won, to save his best players. John Gap Park stopped in the backcourt. Murphy saved by John Gap Park. Tremendous rally this, helped up here by Na-yeon Lee. Crashes against the block. And John Gap Park to bury it off the set from Hae-Yan Kim. Got right over the top of it and crushed it down. After some really good defensive work as well. Murphy with a touch off the blockers for the US point. 7 points the lead. They're 6 points away from securing the second set and tying this match at 1-1. The serve too long from Jordan Larson. Korea creeping closer, but it would still have to be something special from here. Yoonjin Park, the teenager, to serve. And to serve up an ace as well. Might that be the spark for their comeback? She's performed really well, in fact, here in set 2. 4 points now.
And then there might be some circus from the oppo coming around, okay? 17, make sure we're good outside hand on her. If set 10 can do the antenna or transition, a little bit more nose. Prevent that quick. Here we go.
Yonko and Kim will remain on the bench. Her team have closed the gap to 5 points, though. Will the run go on the serve of Yoonjin Park? Oh, what a piece of defensive work from Soo-Ji Kim. It only delayed the US point, though. Kelly Murphy down the line to take them to the 20-point mark. Really good. Set from the middle out. Back set over to Murphy on the wing. Will height in to serve. Held to crash one, recovered by Hei-Ran. And the point scored on the far side by Jae-Young Lee. 5 points the gap, at the very least Korea are making it look a little more respectable. After the US threatened to pull away early on, leading by 6. In fact, 7 has been the biggest lead. That one smashed home. And the US only need 4 more. High fives all round as the US replace their setter. Hancock. Great diving save on the far side from Micah Hancock to keep this rally going, but for how long? The US trying to turn the tables and get back on top. It's Hancock's set. It's Dixon's finish. It's brilliant off the bench from Micah Hancock. What a save. Diving out in the blink of an eye to her right. Low kept it alive. And Hancock picked herself back up to set for Dixon. Jeongga Park will get one off the top of the block. 6 points the gap, but the US only 3 points away from taking the set. Jeongga Park up to 9 points, leading all scorers. Back in comes the other top scorer for Korea, Yong Ko Kim. Hua Lee, another 18-year-old serving here, wearing the number 2 in for the first time. And serving an ace as well. One of a couple of 18-year-olds on the Korean roster playing at a World Championships for the first time. Yoonjin Park has already stepped up, and now it's Hua Lee. Back-to-back points on serve. Still 4 more required. Smiles all round though. They love to see their young players doing well, coming into the team and settling and leaving their mark. Hua Lee looking to leave her mark on set 2.
몇 개만 더 가면 돼. Right here.
The US leading 22-18 still. You would expect them from this situation to see it through, but if this young lady can keep up her run on serve, you never know. Oh, reaching over the net, that's a tough call for Korea. Just a little too eager to pounce on top of the slightly shanked serve reception from the US. She was going too early, Yong Ko Kim. Fine margins in this sport at this level. Kimberly Hill can only strike the net with her serve. That previous point, though, was very close to being a tap-in for Yong Ko Kim if she'd have just let it cross an inch more or so. Larson with a lightning bomb to the far side of the floor. The USA by 5 now. And they've got a handful of set points. And one of their better servers, Tori Dixon, to try and finish off the Koreans in set 2. Jong Gap Park drills one. 4 more set points to come though. Before the end of the second set, she hits double figures. Now you're in lead with no room for error. And an ace. Kimberly Hill could only knock it backwards. It was right into a channel of uncertainty. 2 saved, 3 more to come. Oh, too much on that one. And that brings to an end Korea's chances in set 2. We're back to a level playing field. The US recovering to claim that second set 25-21. And now both coaches need a rethink ahead of a pivotal third set here at the Kobe Green Arena. Korea taking the first 25-19. The US responding to take that one 25-21. And we go again in set 3 in just a couple of minutes. Welcome back to the Kobe Green Arena, where we are all level between Korea and the United States here in the final match on this court this evening. We've already seen Thailand beat Trinidad and Tobago 3-1, and Russia beat Azerbaijan in straight sets. So win for Korea here would see them move into the top 4 at Azerbaijan's expense. The problem perhaps for Korea in trying to finish in the top 4 is that Azerbaijan have already played Russia and the US over their first 3 and have 2 more winnable matches to come over the next 2 days. The US beating Korea 25-21 in set 2 to level this match at 1 set each. 2 more points on attack hits, 2 fewer on block, 1 more on serve and 3 more on opposition errors. That's very different to the first set, when we saw Korea give up just 1 point on their errors. This time around it was 8 points, and that ultimately has proved the difference. They still have the top 2 leading scorers. Jong-ga Park now with 10, and Yong Ko-eun Kim with 8. Rachel Adams leads the way for the US with 7. Adams can only fire into the net on this occasion, though, and Korea pick up the first point of set 3. Backboard attack from Hill, stopped. Helped up to the far side. Jong-ga Park, can they keep it alive off the net? They can somehow. Hayo Hee. Murphy, again off the net, 3 times off the net, and finally it drops. Korea putting everything on the line just to try and stay in the point. In the end, the US asking too much of them. Jong-ga Park off the block for the point. Korea lead 3-1. And Jong-ga moves to 11 points. 10 of them on spike hits. And they'll get the ace on serve as well. They'll take each and every point they can get. Yong Ko-eun Kim. 4 of the first 5 in set 3. She's up to double figures as well now. Lloyd to Murphy for the score. Out of bounds off the 21-year-old Jai Young Lee. That serve slightly too long, really well left by Yoonjin Park. And Yong Ko-eun Kim, the captain, pointing a finger at the 18-year-old as if to say, well done, you knew. Now she's on serve, Yoonjin Park. Jong-ga Park again. Unstoppable here so far. Timeout called by the US, trailing by 4 early in the pivotal third set.
Get us high and talking loud in transition. Luca, after this side out.
Blockers, real quick. Lineups are not bad at all. We just got to get over. We got to take some angles away, okay? We're just up. Let's make sure we get over. They're going to be in row 3. That means they're going to mix up something on their right side, and we're going to have number 17 outside and over here. Transition Kim big. Pay attention.
USA! USA! Hey, we push here, we push.
6-2 Korea, 2 points away from the technical timeout. But what a start, recovering from a disappointing second set. Off the top of the block, recovered by Larson, helped up to Murphy to drill one at the feet of her opponents. The USA back in business emphatically. Kelly Murphy on serve now. To Dixon for the dagger. The back set to Dixon, so much power. Great trajectory down low. Tremendous save on the deck from Suji Kim after the serve hit the net. The US can set up to the far side this time, and they'll still get the point. Despite the very best diving efforts of Ayo Healy. The US have closed the gap here to 1. They've scored 3 in a row. And Korea now are going to call a timeout. Both coaches recognizing how crucial it is at the start of this third set to get on top.
아니면 코트에 눌러줘 그냥 쭉 밀어버려.
네. 하나 가야 돼. 하나만 가면 돼. 괜찮아. 캐치 좋아. 캐치 좋아. 캐치 좋아. 오케이. 고!
Still stuck in row 3 over there, okay? Oppo, make sure we're good nose over there if she's hitting red in transition.
USA! USA!
Team back row in transition. Back row in transition.
Plenty of smiles on the US faces. They've hauled themselves back into this third set, having trailed by 4. Now looking to keep the run going on the serve of Kelly Murphy. Lloyd to the far side, drill back. Off the top of the block, high to reach towards the baseline, kept alive by Larson, who then hits it over the top. Dug out by Yoon Jin Park. Tipped over the top, and Larson's not going to reach that one. Korea holding the US comeback at bay. Tremendous diving save from Hae-Ran Kim. Lloyd to touch it, to score. She tried one like that in the first set when nothing was coming off for the US and only pushed it into the net. That time, she got what she was looking for. Lloyd to Larson. Fielded in the backcourt. Drilled right through the defense by Jae-Young Lee. She's been much, much more effective here in Game 3 after a disappointing Game 2. Korea 8, USA 6 at the technical timeout.
센터들 이렇게 뭐 같이 또 죽는 거래야 돼. 옆 사람이 행동할 때 옆에 발사람 그냥 서 있으면 안 된다니까. 저거 어떻게든 감당하라니까, 그렇지?
좋아, 좋아, 좋아.
백어택 중이다 지금.
네. 형님! 좋아요, 좋아요. 조금 유지. 오케이, 오케이.
17 right now.
USA!
Coach Koch trying to spur his team on again. Such great success, leading the US to the gold in 2014, and then their first World Grand Prix gold on home soil in 2015, and then the bronze at the Olympics in Rio in 2016. We want to become the 5th nation to win back-to-back golds at the World Championships. Lloyd to Larson, delicate touch, helped over brilliantly by John Gapart. And what a block down the centre to slam the door in the face of the reigning MVP. Tremendous save from John Gapart, the leading scorer initially. Somehow got it back over, and then some more superb defence. The big block for the score. No stopping that one though, to the back court. The USA back within 2. Larson all the way through, 2 gaps in the front court and the back court. Tandem attack leading to the score for Yeon Ko-on Kim. One of 2 Koreans in double figures, along with Jeong-ga Park. Both of them with double figures in every match so far. Lloyd to Larson, they keep going in that direction. Here she comes again off the top of the block. Lloyd to Larson again stopped. This time to the near side, to Adams, it's squeezed across, a chance to set, they have to hit it over though, and Adams is in the way to take out Yeon Ko-on Kim. A big, strong left hand from the number 5. A quick attack from Yoon-jin Park. Taking on responsibility right in front of a more experienced captain. Adams down with authority. These 2 trading points now as we approach the midway point of perhaps the midway set. Jeong-ga Park off the block. Touched up by Carly Lloyd, but underneath the net. Korea up by 3. Lloyd reaching under the net. Stepping over. Lloyd for Adams. Another Rachel Rasper. 2 in quick succession. 100 caps for her country. No touch on the defense on that hit from Yonko and Kim, just to miss it. She burst off the court on the 3-meter line, but didn't get the connection she wanted. Murphy picking a spot on the floor. A clinical and clever finish in between everybody. Recognised where the defence was, over the top of the block and into the gap behind. Brilliantly by the diving save of Hill. Murphy just has to help it over. And that's a lovely finish from John Gao Park, who says to Murphy, anything you can do, I can do too. Anything anybody can do, she can do too. It's 14 points now for the number 13, 4 more than anybody else on court. Korea with the slightest of edges. Murphy going all the way across and getting a touch. 13-13. She's provided a nice scoring spurt to get the USA level. Kelly Murphy up to 11 points now, the second leading scorer in the match. Oh, an ace by the lefty, Micah Hancock. Showing just why she was voted as best server in the Pan American Cup as the USA won gold last year. The next one only floats into the net though. 14-14. Dixon. Down with danger. The USA ahead. Great serve reception, which led to the possibility to set on top of the net. So much power from John Gao Park, but a fault. And that sees the USA into the technical timeout with a 2-point edge, 16-14.
I don't know that she's going to do the deep one, so we'll play for the shove to 6.
Hey, regardless if Kim runs go or rip right now, we're doing this. So right side blocker nose, middle blocker take care of business on rip or go. Okay, nose on D, read on middle blocker. That's it.
Let's go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
USA.
It's a very tight, very tense third set. And still protesting is the Korean captain to the second official, Ms. Nerperezbar. Almost near side about that fault on the previous point. Seeing the US lead 16-14. Both teams with plenty of support inside this arena in Kobe. There's a small pocket of Korean fans over on the far side. The vast majority of the crowd is neutral, but so many here to see the very best players in the world, and of course so many of those on the roster of the world champions getting support for that reason, and so many, of course, like to support the underdog. Saved on the baseline by Hill. Kept up. Onto the top of the net. Over the top again by Nayeon Lee. And low with a body shot to the libero Hayran. The USA have opened up a 4-point gap now. Unstoppable, such was the power from the lefty Costello. Kimberly Hill up next to serve. A message coming across from Coach Koch Kirai. Oh, kept up by Larson. The pancake move to keep it alive. They have to brace themselves for another attack. An attack that's finished off by Yeon Kwon Kim. .11 points now for her. And the gap has been cut to 3. One number 10 striking the ball off the other. Larson with a bit of payback to bury one at the feet of Hayran Kim. Jordan Larson, the American captain, taking her tally to 6. It's a poor serve reception from Dixon's serve that allows the US the opportunity to tap home. The lead is 5, and Korea, desperate for it to not grow, call the timeout.
We're gonna go do this, is that right? Okay, we're gonna doing this, so yes, you're going nose. If she's doing this, otherwise scheme with this, cannot forget about it, okay? It's a big one. Not every time, right now we're doing it, okay? Hey, Kim, read on middle blocker, nose on D, honor that loaded. Here we go.
USA!
USA!
Interesting to hear the timeout talk of Coach Koch and the US. There are, by the way, 3 Kims on the Korean roster. When he says Kim, you know exactly who he's talking about, the number 10. Here she is to get one to go. Yeon Kwon Kim again. Rachel Adams with another to rock the Koreans. She's had a number of those here in set 3. The US by 5 again. And they're edging their way closer to a come-from-behind lead. Lloyd and Murphy in, Hancock and Lowe go out. Top players replaced with top players, such as the strength and depth of the world champions. And they get that one, a combination of Adams and Murphy, who's just come in. Off the right arm of Murphy. And the USA are right on track here, 3 points away. Can't find a way through. Yeon Kwon. They do get the point though, Korea. Took them an awful lot of work. They still trail by 5, and in fact there is going to be a challenge from the US bench to that call. Shrug of the shoulders from Coach Karch suggests he's not too sure. Let's see. Still to come for his team, it's Thailand tomorrow, and then the big one to finish the first stage against Russia on Thursday. That perhaps will be a matchup to decide who finishes top of Pool C. As for his team, Russia tomorrow, and then Trinidad and Tobago to finish on Thursday. So they go from facing the world number 2 to the world number 5. Doesn't get much easier, but they've shown against the US here, Korea, that they have what it takes to try and challenge those kind of teams. No touch of the net. So many of those Korean blockers. So it's their point. That was what we were looking at, the challenge from the American coach to see if Korea touched the net. They're still down by 5. Make it 6. Off the long serve of the number 6, Na Yeon Lee. A bullet from the right hand of Jeongap Park. To Hill, kept alive. Pumped over long off the block. The USA just about keep it going. Robinson has to help it over. Now a chance for Korea to set on top of the net to the far side. The US deal with it really well. Boyd to Murphy, and a big point. The isolated hit against Jae-Young Lee, but she was able to deflect it back for the score. A big left hand. And a big ace as well to follow. They're not done yet. Yong Ko-eun Kim. Right in that corridor of uncertainty between the two players, with power and with purpose. US timeout.
과감하게 정답이니까 할까 말까 하지 말고 과감하게. 오케이? 오케이. 뒤하고 사이 돼야 돼. 스테이트 잡을까? 크로스하고 수비들.
Run or go hard.
Now, 17, we're gonna go this on in system. When she's like this, make sure we're protecting the line, okay? Transition, pick Kim, okay?
I mentioned it earlier, but the US should be so much fresher. Korea reliant on their heavy hitters. She's one of them. Went to 5 sets in game 1, 4 sets in game 2. Here they are in the 3rd set, ready to play 4 at least in game 3. The USA got their first 2 done in straight sets in lightning fast time. And they rotated most of their players for those 2. Couple of Koreans colliding. They're still going to get the point, I think. No, they're not. What a save from Robinson. Helped over by Larson. Set for the backcourt here. Off the block for the score. Well, they've been pushed so far back to the baseline. There was a huge hole behind the block. And she produced enough power to make sure. This is what pushed them back. 3 of them chasing the loose ball, and then from there they were exposed. Nobody covering. Down by 2. Murphy, what a great stop again, but it just bounces a yard or so too far off the stop of Na Yeon Lee. And now the US have 3 set points in the crucial third. They've got one of their aces on serve as well, Sarah Wilhite. There they go, touched over the top. Korea to try and keep themselves in the set. What a diving stop that was. The US will reset. Lloyd to Dixon to the corner to finish the job. 25-21 in set 3. Korea pushed and tried, but just came up short against the reigning world champions in that one. And now they're looking to make it 3 wins from 3 as they look to make it 3 straight sets and claim this one 3-1 for another 3 points. Korea, who went 5 sets against Thailand on opening night, have to try and win the 4th and go 5 sets again. 25-19 to Korea in the first, 25-21 to the USA in both the second and the third. His team lead 2-1.
Mixing it up, keeping her a little out of rhythm there. Also, we're going to have a nice release.
25-21 to the United States in set 3. They've turned this match on its head to lead by 2 sets to 1. 7 more points on attack hits, 1 fewer on serve, 2 fewer on opposition errors, but it was their big offensive weapons striking the ball and the facilitating of Carly Lloyd doing the damage. And now they go to set 4, looking to win all 3 points. Look at the setter contact points here for the US, and 46% of them coming in that green zone. In the first set, look at the difference in sets 2 and 3, 72% coming in that ideal area. And that's where Carly Lloyd can pick out all of those big hitters, and that's led to all of those extra points on attack hits. If she gets the ball able to set in that area, then she's got all of those hitters available from different angles, and that means the Korean defense don't know which option to cover. It opens up the floor for the US, and they very much opened up the possibility of taking maximum points now from their opening 3 matches here in the defense of their World Championship. Carly Lloyd, the setter, will start us off on serve here. Korea get the first point, though, of what is now a must-win set for them. It's yet another for Jeongka Park. little fortunate. The puck was penetrating fairly well, but she found a gap. 17 now in the match for her. Two chances now for Kim. Here she comes again, third time lucky. Yonko and Kim able to add to her tally as well, and Korea take the first 2 points of a must-win set. She's up to 14. Their two big scorers have combined for 31 so far. The two leading scorers in the match. Back to Murphy. Couldn't get it over the top of Kim. Nobody reacting quick enough. Ran holding up her hand apologetically. Larson's drive. Nobody was getting there. There was a miscommunication between Jin Park and Yonko and Kim. Fired too long, so 2-2. That was Yoonjin Park again. From a miscommunication to a mishit. John Gapar just went for sheer power. Off the block and away, looping over everybody else. 18 points now for the number 13. Too long for Yonko and Kim. They might have the two leading scorers in the match, Korea, but the USA have a really balanced approach to their offense. Have done in every match so far at these championships. 6 players scoring 6 points or more. Blockers in the way. Cha Young-lee adding to her tally. She's really helped out today, and in fact that one takes her to double figures for Korea as well, up to 10 now. Great to see a young player respond after a disappointing match a couple of days ago. Stopped in the backcourt. Finished off at the net though by Rachel Adams. Oh, beg your pardon, Tori Dixon. (4-4). Against the block, Robinson to help it up. Lloyd to set it. Hill again. Korea's chance to set. Sean Park touching it through. Robinson. Almost every American getting a hand to it. Chance to the net on the far side. 2v1 in the US's favour, and they come out on top. They salvaged it from that position with Robinson's overhead. Lloyd, who was strong with the right hand. Drilled wide of the mark. Unlike her. No touch, John Park just off the mark. Or was she? Challenge by coach Cha Hai-won. Was there a touch on this one? They're looking for a net touch. Oh, look at that. The ripple in the net. It's with the hair of the American player. She can see the funny side. That's no fault. Nobody taking that one away from them though. Korea back within one. To Hill, the touch. And then three of them down trying to recover, but Korea instead of tied level. That was impudent attempt, well read by the defense, and to good reward. Jump gap, Park serve, flies all the way through. Robinson recovers. Hill helps it over just and scores. Unfortunate for Korea. Was that fortunate for her, or do you just say, well, she hit it right at the top of the net to carry it over. A big double block for the US. Carly Lloyd there again alongside Tori Dixon. They lead by 2 at the technical timeout.
Really nice setup on the system block there. Luca, what do we have?
Row 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so just see where Oppo's running. They might set something. Kelsey, get off the sideline, maybe even more than we want you to defend 5-6D, okay? 17, don't forget. 2, if she's like this, chipping the line, go that, okay? See Kim in transition.
Hey, let's go right now. USA!
The USA leading 8-6. And we may well see Luka Kinradowo here. Nope, she's going back to the bench. Such is the strength and depth of the US roster. They're able to rotate and give breaks, and maybe when players aren't quite fully fit, maybe when they have just a niggly injury, they can afford to protect them. I'm not saying that's the case, I'm just saying that's something they can do. Players feel bumps and bruises all the time. Little tweaks, and why risk somebody if you've got an all-star replacement ready? Disappointment for Murphy. Korea half the deficit. Lloyd to Larson, what a hit. The right-hand grasper to the baseline. Not bad either from Young Koo and Kim. $15 points for her now. Larson again, 2 beautifully crafted right hands. to the chin of the two-time Asian champions, rocking them back against the ropes as she rocks that one back to the baseline. And there's the answer back from Yong-Ko and Kim. The two number 10s are trading blows. Beautifully sliced across court. Robinson unable to deal with it. Oh my word, what a shot from Rachel Adams. Serving up a facial off the set from Carly Lloyd. Seeing stars right now is Jae-Young Lee. A backcourt battering ram. Lloyd to Murphy. Defense was backpedaling to try and cover. And off balance. And the USA have opened up a three-point gap. Kelly Murphy up to 15, leads the way for them. Timeout called.
Lots of nice touches on the ball. So we can transition. Keep running home.
Hey, number
윤진아 더 빨리 떴어야 돼. 뒤에 한번 툭 쳐다보고 빠르게 줘도 상관없어. 한번 싹. 툭 뒤에 한번 딱 쳐다보고 여기가 쳐다보고 빠르게 줘도 상관없어. 엑서사이즈.
The USA are closing in towards the halfway point of this set, which could seal another 3 points for them and make it 9 out of 9 so far at the start of the first stage. Do remember that the records carry through to the second stage, so they'll be desperate to get there as pool winners and with as many points as possible. Quick score from the 18-year-old Yoon-Jin Park. Got the running set, isolating her one-on-one with Rachel Adams. Ji Young-Oh on serve, coming in. Captain Yong-Ko and Kim has gone to the bench for a break. Everybody getting a touch, nobody keeping it up. Korea almost look to have run out of steam now. They need to dig deep and find some more fuel. They've been knocked to their knees. Oh, and that one's going to go as well for Rachel Adams. USA by 4 off the ace. There was a mistake to leave it in the backcourt from Jae-Young Lee. This time she fields it. And she needs to attack it to make amends. Kept in on the sideline. Jeong-Gak Park to touch it over the block. Diving interception, Carly Lloyd. Adams helps it over. Sent to this near side, and Jeong-Gak Park got one to go. Off the blocker's touch. Korea back within 3. You felt they needed that point. It would have been a tough ask at a 5-point US lead. side with plenty of options available. Dixon was stopped. Murphy, though, to bat it down off the shanked pass. USA lead by 4, 15-11. Making a couple of changes, as they can do, to keep things fresh. Hancock coming in for Lloyd as setter. And Lowe coming in as well for Murphy as a scorer. 1 point away from the technical timeout. Here goes Lowe off the top of the block. There's the set for Korea. Just about kept alive by Robinson when it looked dead. To the far side, off balance strike, helped up by Hancock. Robinson to set it across to Lowe. Kept alive on the baseline, tremendous rally again. Korea just half it up towards the lights. Robinson, Hancock down again. And too long. Was there a touch? No. The Americans wagging their fingers. The referees agree. And the USA lead by 5 at the technical timeout. There is going to be a challenge, though, from the Korean bench from Cha Hae-won. Oh, there was a touch, wasn't there? Look at that. It's the right thumb of Kimberly Hill. And that delays the technical timeout. That's a big call and a big moment in a set that Korea have to win. Instead of being down by 5, they're down by 3. And off the back of that, they come up with the ace. Back from the dead, it seems, in set 4. Jeong-ga Park with an ace that takes her tally to 23. And that one difficult to deal with as well. She attacks from the back, pushes over the block, and pushes Korea almost right up alongside the world champions. In this race to the finish, the Koreans have just about caught up the Americans. And instead of the technical timeout, the US will call another timeout, 15-14.
Let's not be high. Let's just go low and tight over the net. Make sure she goes over us, okay? 17, she's running out of gas, so make sure you have strong hands, that she doesn't chip it down the line. Kimmy's coming up. Rach, Tori, we gotta be all over that cross. Open area 6. You're on your own out there. Get over into that cross. Okay, let's go.
Let's go. USA! USA!
Let's go. Here we go, one side out.
Several tactical messages being conveyed across to the players from the US coaching team. 15-14 is their lead. They thought they had the technical timeout at 16-11 before that point was overturned for the block touch. Dixon just too much on that one. Ran Kim unable to hold it. Now they do get to the technical timeout with the lead. Not the 5-point lead they hoped for, but the 2-point lead good enough at this stage, 16-14.
Okay, so again, let's repeat. 17 is still up. Make sure she doesn't chip down the line. We're still nose on her. They've been trying to utilize 13 a lot, opposite, either D or big. On big, she's hitting 5C Kelsey. Stay deep, okay? Stay deep on her. Wait for balls coming off hands, high of hands. In transition, they might look for Kim, okay? Be good on that deep swing of hands. If she gets it.
Again, the instructions from the US bench to try and deal with Korea's big hitters. Yonko and Kim will stay on the bench, though. She's the one they're worrying about the most. Jeong-ga Park, 21 spikes, en route to 23 points total. You would feel for her and for the captain and for Korea as a whole if they weren't able to even get a point from this one. It's been a much improved performance. The US will extend their lead to 3. Tough to take for Ji Young-oh. Good stop from Robinson. And the hit from Hill. Had enough. Dug out just about and drilled home. Ji Young-oh that time with the serve reception. Somehow keeping it alive on the deck here. Really good pass up then for Jeong-ga Park to finish. 24 for her. The captain is back in for Korea. Low to drill one through the libero. USA 18, Korea 15. Dixon to serve. Jeong-ga Park with another hammer blow. It's 25 points for her now. It's her best performance by some distance at these championships. And we're still away from finishing. 5 points more than she had in game 2. US get the point now. Looked like there was a bit of crossing over from both sides. It's going to be challenged here by Korea, I'm sure. It's being protested by Young-ko and Kim, the captain. There's no challenge, in fact, allowed at this stage. He's not happy at all, is he? Nor is the captain. And the protests go on.
The situation was like... She didn't go to war. Oh, then we saw you delay again.
Tough to take for him and his team. Carly Lloyd comes back in, as does Kelly Murphy. Korea close the gap to 2. They'll keep this one going as long as they possibly can. Yohi Lee to serve, the 38-year-old. It was a really good serve as well. Murphy fielding, set to Jeong-ga, cuts it across. Murphy keeps it up. Lloyd the back set, had to be hacked over. A chance maybe for Korea to set. And the big block to stop Young-ko and Kim. That's a big point. Both teams had chances to really get on top in the rally, and neither really took them. And defense prevailed. Murphy alongside Adams. Korea call timeout.
We're going to have a chance to keep doing that one.
하기 살지. 오케이, 다시 한번. 달라고 그래, 달라고 그래. 캐치부터다, 캐치부터. 은진아, 손 들고 떠. 알았어?
마이야.
막히기 좋아. 가자. 자, 하나 가면 돼, 하나만.
They're 5 points away now. The defending world champions, 2017, here in the fourth, having come from behind. It would be the second time in 3 matches that Korea had surrendered a lead to lose. Jeongga Park surely got a touch. That time she did off the blockers. She has just continued to consistently throw big blows from start to finish. Murphy gets it to drop off the outside of the blocker and takes the USA one more step closer. And she adds one more to her team high tally. 17 for Murphy. That's her biggest scoring performance yet of these championships. Will Height in to serve. The USA 4 points away. And she serves an ace. Tremendous trajectory towards the baseline. The coach can afford to smile. The USA lead by 4 and need just 3 more. Lloyd to Murphy to try and touch it home. And that will be another US point. And that looks like that. Korea caught by the officials. And the USA are speeding towards victory now. They will have 6 match points. Lloyd set to Murphy to finish them off. That will do it. The USA start with 3 straight wins. They start with maximum points from those 3 wins as well. They're at the top of Pool C again. And for the first time in 12 appearances at the competition, Korea lose each of their first 3. Tough to take again, having put so much in across the course of the 4 sets. And having won the first 25-19, they lose the second and third 25-21, and then that final set 25-18. The second time in their 3 defeats career that they have won the first set and then failed to win the match. They're left with just 1 point from a possible 9. Coach Karch Karai's team go on back ahead of Russia at the top of the Pool C standings. They will certainly be going on to stage 2, and they will be going there with a very healthy record by the looks of it as well. Korea's big players stepped up. They produced a much better performance